G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Long time between uploads for me, I do apologise. So the wife and I went on a holiday to Bali, Indonesia back on May the 8th until May the 18th, 2025. This was our first visit to Indonesia. We love Indonesian food, we love Southeast Asia. And we hadn't been on holiday since 2019. So we decided to go. Two reasons why we went: it's cheap and we love the food. So that's a big reason to go, the food especially. Exchange rate was always above 10,000 Indonesian rupiahs to $1 Australian. So food, drink, accommodation, activities was always affordable over there. The itinerary was to land in Kuta, spend a night there, move on to Ubud, go to Nusa Lembongan Island for a few days, go to Sanura for a few days, then finish up back at Kuta for a day and then catch a plane home. Airfares with Virgin Airlines on a Boeing 737 cost us $1,400. That was for two people return. Upon entry to Denpasar Airport, you have to pay a visa and a levy, which is about $70 each. So we didn't get up to a lot over there for the 10 days. We're both middle-aged, so that sort of rules out any thrill-seeking activities for us. Warnings. Now, we did hear that you're not supposed to drink the water in Bali, the tap water, so we prepared ourselves by drinking a few bottles of Yakult before we left. We took some gastro stop and some supplements to replenish our salt loss in case we got Bali belly, which we did for one day. But all in all, it was a great holiday. So this first video will basically show you us arriving, how we spent our day in Kuta, and yeah, that's about it. So there's a shot of Sydney Airport. It was very empty at that time. When we arrived, you had to get there 3 hours before. Ate a bit of McDonald's, boarded a plane eventually. Very cramped 737, as I said. Didn't buy anything from the onboard menus, just way too expensive and choices were terrible. So 6.5 hours later, we landed at Denpasar Airport. Flight went well, no turbulence at all. First thing we did when we landed was get some food. We got some chicken from Johnny Rockets. So anyway, guys, sit back and relax and watch our holiday. Thanks. Guys, Jim here. We just arrived at Bali, and this is our first accommodation. We're only staying here for just a day. It's almost midnight now. We're in room 315. So let's go in and check it out. Very nice shower. This is our little balcony. And that's the view from the balcony. Swimming pool down there. We'll have a look at that in the morning. Yeah, quite nice. Nice and clean. Little chair and table out here. So that is our accommodation for tonight, guys. See you later. Unfortunately, because we're only staying the night and a few hours the next morning, we didn't actually get time to try out the pool, which was unfortunate because it looked really good. Maybe next time. So this is the buffet breakfast. This is included in the package, the accommodation package. You get a free breakfast every morning. It wasn't too bad, heaps of stuff to choose from, but I must say that bacon, even though it looks great, it's probably some of the worst bacon I've ever had. It was really chewy, really oily. Good selection of cakes. We had one of each. Pastries were unreal, pancakes, and the omelette was really good. Our weird fruit here is a snake fruit, so we tried one of those. Yeah, overall the breakfast was pretty good. Can't complain, it was pretty. Went back outside, had a look at the pool. Like those sun lounges under the water, they look good. But like I said, we didn't get time to try out the pool. Crystal clear. This is just the driveway where the cars drop you off at the hotel. So we went for a walk out in the street, had a look at the shops, see what was available. Saw a lot of this Bob Marley sort of merchandise in the stalls. Decided to take a walk down to Kuta Beach, world famous Kuta Beach. It was a very hot day, over 30 degrees. But the beach looked very tempting. Was at this entrance here when we encountered our first scammer. A lot of scammers in Bali. They walk around or drive around motorbikes trying to sell you stuff. And we encountered this guy here. He was in a uniform. He looked very official, like a tourist guide or something like that. And he tried to sell us something. So anyway, in the end, we just said, no thanks. So during our holiday, we did encounter quite a lot of scammers. You just got to be careful of them. So here's Kuta Beach. We actually got our toes in the sand. Plenty of beach umbrellas and sun lounges that you can hire out. People learning to surf. The surf was pretty small that day. Glorious day though. Beach was pretty pristine. Didn't see hardly any rubbish or seaweed on it. Water looked clear. So yeah, it was very nice to be there. Unfortunately, we didn't have our swimmers on. We were headed to Beach Walk shopping mall to sort out our SIM cards. Because when we arrive, when anyone arrives, you've got to sort out your SIM card pretty early on so you can receive messages and emails and such. So we did try a couple of street vendor SIM card places, and one guy actually tried for about half an hour to put a SIM card in my old Samsung S21, but he failed. There is an option to get a digital SIM card, but my daughter previously had a lot of trouble with one in Thailand a few weeks before our Bali holiday, so that sort of put me off digital SIM cards. I prefer the old style where you take your old SIM card out of your phone, put the new one you just purchased into the phone. So yeah, I was hoping to find one at Beach Walk Mall. There's nothing worse than walking around knowing that your phone's not hooked up to the local telecom company, so you can do things with it. We really needed it to hire Gojeks and Grabs to get us around, so that was a priority. So we walked along, we found Beach Walk Mall. Here it is, here's the entrance. Very beautiful shopping mall, I must say. Probably the best shopping mall we visited on our holiday in terms of beauty and things like that. There's this koi carp pond that wraps around the shopping mall. Absolutely chockers full of koi carp, really big, fat, healthy ones. So I spent a lot of time there filming them. Eventually we found a little pop-up store that did SIM cards, and the woman there ended up helping us out. What did it cost? It cost me 23 Australian dollars for a SIM card that lasted the 10 or 11 days we were in Bali, so that wasn't too bad. So it was good to finally get that off our mind, that we sorted out the SIM cards. And then we could just relax and enjoy the rest of the holiday. Getting around Bali is so cheap. You just use the app and you hire a Gojek or a Grab driver, and it costs peanuts to get around. It's just so affordable. not like Uber back in Australia or taxis. There is a taxi company in Bali, the blue cabs, which we never used at all because we heard a few things about how they sometimes don't even turn on their meters and they scam a lot of tourists, so we steer clear of them. We just use Gojek. So we went upstairs to the food court, had us a dragon fruit juice. It was very nice. Cost $5 Australian. Back home in Sydney, it cost probably about 12. There's an upper level to this shopping mall where there's landscape gardens, which we're looking at now. Very beautiful up there, but very hot as well, not much shade. So we didn't spend too much time up there. So yeah, very pleasant experience at Beach Walk Shopping Mall. Here we are back at the Vera Hotel waiting for our driver to pick us up. There was a gecko up on the window. We saw a lot of geckos that day. We got in the Gojek for a 40-minute drive to Ubud. He had to stop for petrol. So yeah, it cost us $30 to drive to Ubud, about a 45-minute trip. And here's what we saw along the way. Just sticking our head out the window looking at this little mobile food shop. So that was our time in Kuta, and next up we're going to look at Ubud. Stay tuned.